My beloved child. There is a reason your eyes stopped here today. Out of thousands of videos, somehow this one found you, and that is not something to ignore. A picture has already been prepared, but it will not remain visible forever. Before it disappears, you must understand why it matters. The house you are about to see is not just walls, windows, and a roof. It represents a season that is quietly moving toward you, one step at a time. The doors, the sunlight pouring through the windows, the peaceful silence surrounding it, all of it reflects a chapter that has been waiting for your arrival. You may think everything around you still looks ordinary, yet many things have already started changing where you cannot see them. Every delay has been arranging pieces instead of destroying them. Every closed door has been protecting a better one. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end, because the final detail connected to this house is the one almost everyone misses the first time they watch. For longer than you realize, invisible opportunities have been moving closer while you believed nothing was happening. People saw your patience, but they never saw what it was building behind the scenes. The picture connected to this message carries one surprising detail that very few notice. It is not about luxury. It is about peace. The kind of peace that cannot be purchased but only arrives after countless moments of endurance. Look closely whenever you finally see it. Imagine yourself walking through the front entrance, placing your hand on the door for the very first time, feeling a calm you have not felt in years. That feeling is why this message exists. Many people chase bigger dreams without realizing they first need a place where their heart can finally rest. Don't skip. Every second brings another clue closer, and the next part of this story reveals why November keeps appearing again and again as the turning point. Right now, nothing may appear different, but the greatest transformations often begin in complete silence. One unexpected conversation, one unseen opportunity, one decision made by someone you have never met could change everything faster than you imagine. The picture you are about to witness is only the beginning of a much larger story. It is meant to remind you that today's reality is not the final version of your life. Keep watching carefully, because the smallest detail hidden within this message connects directly to what happens next. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and what follows will reveal why this house has been connected to your journey long before you ever knew it existed. A quiet shift has already begun, even if the world around you still looks exactly the same. The most remarkable moments rarely announce themselves before they arrive. They grow silently, beyond sight, until one ordinary day suddenly becomes unforgettable. That is why this picture matters. It is not meant to convince you that the future is fixed, it is meant to invite you to imagine what could become possible through hope, perseverance, and unexpected opportunity. As you picture yourself standing in front of that home, notice the feeling that comes before the excitement. It is calm. It is relief. It is the sense that a long chapter of waiting has finally reached its final page. Don't skip. Every sentence is leading toward a revelation that connects the title to everything you have experienced so far. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The reason November keeps appearing in this story is because every journey has a season when scattered pieces begin fitting together. Until that season arrives, everything feels random. After it arrives, every delay suddenly makes sense. Think about the challenges that once looked impossible. Each one quietly taught you something you could not have learned any other way. They shaped your patience, strengthened your perspective, and prepared you to recognize an opportunity that others might overlook. The picture is only a symbol, but symbols have power because they remind us of what we are working toward. Imagine opening the front door, hearing nothing except peace, feeling that you finally have room to breathe and dream again. That image is not about luck, it is about believing that difficult chapters do not last forever. Don't skip. There is still one hidden detail that has not been revealed, and it changes the meaning of everything you've heard until now. Now the story moves closer to its most unexpected moment. The house itself is only one piece of a much larger picture. What truly matters is the person who walks through its doorway. By the time that moment arrives, you will not be the same person who started this journey. Growth changes how opportunities are recognized, and hope changes how the future is built. The image before you is a reminder that today's limitations do not define tomorrow's possibilities. Keep your attention here because the next chapter uncovers the detail almost everyone overlooks the first time. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part reveals why this picture seems to hold a meaning that becomes clearer the longer you look at it. Look even closer now, because the picture is no longer just a picture. It has become a mirror reflecting the future you have been quietly preparing for. Every detail seems ordinary at first, yet the longer you stay with it, the more it feels strangely familiar. That feeling is what makes this moment unforgettable. Sometimes the greatest opportunities arrive so naturally that people mistake them for coincidence. They never realize they were walking toward that moment for months. November is not important because of the date alone. It represents the season when preparation finally meets opportunity. Don't skip. Every word from this point forward unlocks another piece of the story. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the final connection has not been revealed yet. Imagine yourself standing outside that front door as the morning light fills the path ahead. The air feels different. The weight you carried for so long no longer follows you. Every room inside seems to whisper a new beginning, not because the building itself has magic, but because you have grown into someone ready for a new chapter. The picture reminds you that every setback was teaching patience, every disappointment was building resilience, and every unexpected turn was shaping the person who would eventually recognize the right opportunity when it appeared. Others may only notice a beautiful house, but you will remember the journey that made it meaningful. Don't skip. There is still one hidden detail that changes everything, and almost nobody notices it on their first watch. Now the story reaches the edge of its biggest revelation. The picture is about far more than where you might live, it represents who you are becoming. New surroundings always begin with a renewed mindset. Before a different address comes a different perspective. Before a new door opens, an old chapter quietly closes. That is why this message found you today instead of yesterday or tomorrow. It is asking you to stay ready, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward with confidence. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter reveals the one detail hidden in the picture that completely transforms its meaning. There is one final reason this picture appeared before you today, and almost no one notices it the first time. The house is not asking you to admire it. It is asking you to recognize the journey that leads to it. Every quiet morning you kept going, every evening you refused to give up, every moment you chose hope instead of disappointment became another brick in a future you could not yet see. That is why this image feels different from every other image you have seen. It carries the feeling of arrival before the destination has even been reached. Don't skip. The last piece of this story changes everything. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine walking through the front door for the very first time. The silence inside does not feel empty, it feels peaceful. Sunlight reaches every corner as if it has been waiting for you. The windows frame a view that reminds you how far you have come rather than how far you still have to go. Every room represents a new beginning, every hallway a memory yet to be created, and every step forward leaves behind an older version of yourself. This is why the title speaks about seeing the picture before it disappears. Opportunities often arrive quietly. Moments of inspiration never stay forever. They ask to be noticed while they are still in front of you. Don't skip. The greatest surprise is not the house itself but the person you become on the journey toward it. Now the story comes full circle. The picture was never about predicting your future with certainty. It was about reminding you that tomorrow can look completely different from today when determination meets opportunity. The house symbolizes stability, peace, and a fresh chapter that begins with the choices you make right now. As this image fades from your screen, let it leave behind one thought that stays with you: every meaningful destination begins as something you can only imagine. Keep that vision alive, because the next chapter of your life is built one decision at a time. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and sometimes the greatest transformation begins the moment you decide to believe that a better chapter is truly possible. The picture may disappear, but the feeling it awakened should not. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine returning to that house one more time. Notice how every detail seems more familiar than before, as if you have already walked those paths in your mind countless times. That is the quiet power of vision. Before anything meaningful becomes part of your life, it first becomes part of your belief. The people around you may continue seeing only your present circumstances, but they cannot see the direction your life is taking. They cannot hear the silent doors beginning to unlock or the opportunities moving closer with every passing day. Don't skip. The most important realization is still ahead. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the story unfolds, another hidden detail begins to stand out. The house is surrounded by light, not because it is extraordinary, but because you now notice things you once overlooked. Every ending has quietly been making room for a beginning. Every delay has been creating better timing. Every unexpected turn has been guiding you toward a path that fits you more than the one you originally imagined. That is why this message arrived exactly when it did. It is not asking you to wait for life to become different before you feel hopeful. It is inviting you to carry that hope now, long before the destination is visible. The strongest journeys always begin with a decision that nobody else understands. Don't skip. The final revelation is closer than ever, and it changes the meaning of the picture completely. Now everything starts connecting. The house, the timing, the feeling of peace, and the quiet confidence growing within you are all parts of the same story. This has never been about one location on a map. It has always been about stepping into a new chapter with courage, gratitude, and unwavering determination. The picture may fade from the screen, but the vision it planted can remain with you long after this moment ends. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the final chapter reveals why this picture appeared today instead of any other day, bringing the entire journey together in one unforgettable conclusion. Everything has now led to this final moment. The picture was never meant to be the destination, it was the invitation. An invitation to believe that the next chapter of your life can look completely different from the one you are living today. The image may disappear from your screen, but the vision it awakened can stay with you forever. Every challenge you faced was shaping your character. Every delay was strengthening your patience. Every unexpected turn was quietly preparing you for opportunities you could not yet recognize. When you look back one day, you may realize that this moment was not memorable because of a picture. It was memorable because it reminded you to keep moving forward when giving up would have been easier. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now imagine the day when you stand in front of a doorway that feels like the beginning of something greater. You pause for a second, take a deep breath, and smile, not because everything happened overnight, but because every small step finally brought you there. The excitement does not come from the size of the house. It comes from knowing how much you grew before reaching it. The confidence you gained, the lessons you learned, and the hope you protected through difficult seasons became the true foundation beneath your feet. The picture was only a reminder that meaningful change often begins long before anyone else can see it. Don't skip. Every ending creates space for a new beginning, and this story has always been about believing that your best chapter is still ahead. As this journey comes to a close, carry one thought with you. The future is not built by a single dramatic moment. It is built by countless quiet decisions to keep believing, keep learning, and keep walking forward. The picture may be gone, but its message remains. Let it remind you that today's circumstances do not define tomorrow's possibilities. New opportunities arrive for those who continue preparing even when progress feels invisible. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest transformation begins with a single vision that refuses to leave your heart, and perhaps this picture became that vision for you today. One last thought remains, and it is the one that gives the entire story its deepest meaning. Long after the picture disappears, one question quietly stays in your mind: why did this message feel so personal? The answer is simple. Every person reaches a moment when they must decide whether to keep looking at today's limits or begin preparing for tomorrow's possibilities. The house became a symbol of that decision. It reminded you that every dream starts long before it becomes visible. Every meaningful destination begins as a vision that refuses to fade. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final piece is not hidden inside the picture. It is hidden inside the person who chose not to stop believing. As time moves forward, you will notice something surprising. The things that once seemed impossible slowly begin to feel achievable. Your mindset changes before your surroundings do. Your confidence grows before anyone else notices it. That quiet transformation is where every remarkable story truly begins. Imagine looking back months from now and remembering this exact moment. You may smile because you realize that the picture was never promising certainty, it was awakening expectation. It challenged you to think beyond the present and to keep preparing for opportunities that had not yet arrived. Don't skip. Every chapter has been leading here, and the greatest reward is discovering how much stronger, wiser, and more hopeful you have become along the way. Now the journey gently comes to its final scene. The picture fades, but the vision remains. The title spoke about seeing the house before it was gone, yet the real message was never about holding on to an image. It was about holding on to hope. Every sunrise brings another opportunity to take one more step toward the future you imagine. Every decision you make today quietly shapes the chapter you will live tomorrow. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest gift is not seeing the destination with perfect clarity, it is finding the courage to keep walking toward it with confidence, one step at a time. Preamble omitted per user's request. The story does not end with the picture. It begins with what you choose to remember after it is gone. Many people see an image for a few seconds and forget it before the day is over. But every so often, one picture stays in the heart because it represents something far greater than itself. This one represents possibility. It represents a future that still has blank pages waiting to be written. Every challenge you have faced has quietly added another line to that story, preparing you for moments that cannot be rushed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest discoveries often appear after the longest seasons of patience. As the vision becomes clearer, you begin to notice something remarkable. The house no longer feels distant. It feels familiar, not because you have been there before, but because your hope has already walked through every room in your imagination. That quiet confidence is powerful. It changes the way you see every opportunity that comes your way. Instead of focusing on what has not happened yet, you begin noticing everything that is moving in the right direction. Every small step matters. Every lesson matters. Every unexpected opportunity becomes another doorway leading toward a future that once seemed impossible. Don't skip. The final truth hidden inside this journey is closer than ever, and it is more meaningful than anything revealed before. Now the picture slowly fades from view, but its message remains stronger than ever. The house was never the promise. The promise was the person you are becoming while moving toward your goals. Stronger than yesterday. Wiser than before. More hopeful than you ever imagined. That transformation is the real treasure hidden inside this story. Long after the image disappears, let the vision continue guiding your steps with confidence and purpose. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the most unforgettable moment is not when you finally arrive. It is the instant you realize that your future has been quietly taking shape all along. Preamble omitted per user's request. The journey has almost reached its final page, yet one powerful realization still remains. Think back to the very first moment this message appeared before you. At that time, it seemed like you were only looking at a picture. Now you understand it was never only about an image. It became a reminder that every meaningful destination begins with a vision strong enough to survive uncertainty. The future always belongs to those who continue moving forward even when they cannot see the entire path. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The last connection is about to make everything you've heard feel complete. Imagine that months have passed. You stand outside a place that feels strangely familiar, and for a brief moment you remember this exact message. Not because it predicted every detail, but because it inspired you to keep believing in better possibilities. You realize that the greatest change did not happen around you first, it happened within you. Confidence replaced doubt. Patience replaced frustration. Determination replaced fear of the unknown. Every small decision carried you one step closer to becoming the person capable of creating a brighter future. The picture simply became the spark that reminded you to keep walking. Don't skip. The final chapter is closer than ever, and it reveals the one lesson that gives lasting meaning to the entire story. Now only one final message remains before this journey comes to its close. The picture may disappear forever, but the hope it awakened never has to. Every sunrise offers another chance to build the future you imagine. Every choice becomes another brick in the life you are creating. Keep that vision alive even after the screen goes dark, because remarkable stories are written by people who refuse to stop believing in tomorrow's possibilities. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final chapter brings everything together with one unforgettable truth that will remain long after the picture has faded from memory. The final truth has been waiting quietly since the very beginning. It was never hidden inside the walls of the house or within the picture itself. It was hidden inside the person watching this story unfold. Every challenge you overcame, every setback that tested your patience, and every moment when you chose to keep moving instead of giving up shaped a version of you that is ready for a brand new chapter. That is why this message arrived today. Not to promise an exact future, but to remind you that extraordinary possibilities often begin with ordinary decisions made consistently. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story is about to come full circle. Picture yourself looking back at this moment from the future. You remember how uncertain everything once felt, yet you also remember refusing to let uncertainty become the end of your story. The image that first caught your attention became a symbol of hope, determination, and quiet confidence. Every step you took afterward carried that vision a little closer. Opportunities appeared where you least expected them. New doors opened because you continued preparing instead of standing still. You discovered that the greatest victories are built one decision at a time, long before anyone else notices the progress. Don't skip. There is one final thought that gives this entire journey its lasting meaning. Now the journey reaches its peaceful conclusion. The picture may fade, but its purpose remains. It reminded you to look beyond today's circumstances and keep your eyes fixed on tomorrow's possibilities. The house represented more than a destination. It represented growth, resilience, and the courage to believe that a better chapter can always be written. As this story ends, carry that vision with you wherever life leads next. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest picture you will ever see is not the one on a screen, but the future you begin building from this very moment forward. A new chapter always begins quietly. There are no loud announcements, no flashing signs, and no perfect moment that tells you everything has changed. Instead, the change begins inside you. That is the final secret hidden throughout this entire journey. The picture captured your attention, but your imagination carried you much farther than the image ever could. You began seeing more than a house. You began seeing stability, peace, fresh opportunities, and a future filled with new possibilities. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final message is closer than ever, and it is the one that stays with you long after this video ends. Think about everything that has unfolded from the first moment until now. Every scene, every sentence, and every reminder pointed toward one simple truth: meaningful destinations are reached by people who continue walking even when the road is uncertain. The picture was never asking you to predict tomorrow. It was encouraging you to prepare for it. Every lesson you have learned, every obstacle you have overcome, and every moment you refuse to give up has been shaping the life you are building, one decision at a time. That quiet preparation is more powerful than it appears. Don't skip. The greatest transformation often happens long before anyone else notices it, and that is exactly why this journey matters. Now only one final chapter remains. As this part comes to an end, let the image remain in your thoughts. Not because it guarantees what lies ahead, but because it reminds you that hope grows stronger when it is protected. The house became a symbol of new beginnings, and every new beginning starts with a single step taken in the right direction. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The closing chapter will reveal why this picture appeared at exactly the right moment, bringing every piece of this story together in one unforgettable ending. This is where every piece of the story finally comes together. From the very first moment, the picture invited you to pause, not because it held all the answers, but because it reminded you that the future is shaped by the choices you make today. The house became a symbol of peace, fresh beginnings, and the quiet confidence that tomorrow can be better than yesterday. As this journey reaches its end, remember that the most meaningful transformations rarely happen all at once. They happen through steady steps, patient effort, and the courage to keep believing even when the destination is still beyond the horizon. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now imagine looking back on this day months from now. You remember watching this message, but what stands out most is not the picture itself, it is the feeling it awakened inside you. It reminded you to dream again. It reminded you to prepare instead of giving up. It reminded you that every closed chapter creates room for a new one to begin. The image may disappear, but the vision it planted can continue growing every single day. Opportunities often arrive quietly, and those who stay ready are the ones who recognize them when they appear. That is the lasting message hidden inside this entire journey. Don't skip. The greatest chapters of life are written by those who never stop moving forward. As the screen fades and this story comes to its final moment, carry one truth with you: no picture has the power to determine your future, but a powerful vision can inspire the actions that shape it. Let this house remain a reminder of hope, perseverance, and the possibilities that unfold when you continue taking faithful steps toward your goals. The story ends here, but your own journey continues beyond this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the most unforgettable image is not the one you see, it is the one you keep building in your heart until it becomes part of your reality. The screen may be reaching its final moments, but your story is still unfolding. Every chapter you have lived has prepared you for the next one, even when you could not understand why certain paths became longer than expected. The picture that first captured your attention was never meant to be an ending. It was meant to awaken a vision that refuses to fade. Every time you remember it, let it remind you that meaningful progress often happens quietly, one decision at a time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest opportunities are often recognized by those who continue believing while others have already stopped looking. As you carry this message forward, imagine yourself walking with renewed confidence. Not because every answer has already appeared, but because you have learned that uncertainty does not prevent progress. It simply invites patience. Every sunrise brings another chance to move closer to the future you want to create. Every lesson you've learned becomes another foundation stone beneath your feet. The house in this story represents more than a destination. It represents the peace that comes from knowing you never gave up on what mattered most. Don't skip. The journey has always been about becoming stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Now the final pages are almost complete. The picture may eventually disappear from memory, but the vision behind it can remain with you for years to come. Let it remind you that hope grows through consistent action, that perseverance creates unexpected opportunities, and that every new chapter begins with a single step forward. As this story closes, keep your eyes on the possibilities ahead rather than the limits behind you. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most powerful image is not the one that appeared on your screen today. It is the future you continue building with courage, purpose, and unwavering determination. The journey is almost complete, yet one final realization deserves to stay with you. From the beginning, this message was never asking you to believe that a single picture could define your future. Instead, it invited you to see what becomes possible when hope is stronger than doubt and persistence is stronger than every obstacle. The image of the house became a reminder that every meaningful destination begins long before the arrival. It begins with a vision that refuses to disappear, even when the picture itself is gone. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest turning point is simply choosing to keep moving forward. Imagine yourself months from now, looking back at this exact moment with a quiet smile. You remember the title, the picture, and every word that encouraged you to keep believing in new possibilities. You realize that the greatest change did not happen overnight. It happened through countless small decisions that slowly transformed your direction. Every lesson became part of your foundation. Every challenge became part of your strength. Every unexpected opportunity became another step toward the life you wanted to build. The house was never just a destination, it became a symbol of everything you refused to give up on. Don't skip. The final chapter is now within reach, and it brings together every piece of this journey in a way that feels both peaceful and unforgettable. Now only one last chapter remains before this story reaches its true conclusion. As the image fades from your mind, let the vision remain alive within you. Continue believing in better days, continue preparing for new opportunities, and continue taking steady steps toward the future you want to create. The greatest stories are not written in a single dramatic moment, they are written through consistent hope, patience, and determination. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final chapter will reveal the lasting message hidden behind the picture from the very beginning, completing the journey with one final unforgettable thought. This is the final page of the journey, and now everything becomes clear. From the very first moment, the picture was never trying to tell you exactly what tomorrow would look like. It was inviting you to imagine what could become possible if you continued moving forward with hope, patience, and determination. The house represented more than a place, it represented a fresh beginning, a peaceful chapter, and the quiet confidence that every season of waiting can eventually lead to a season of growth. The image may disappear, but the vision it awakened does not have to fade. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest discovery was never hidden inside the picture. It was hidden inside your willingness to keep believing. As this story reaches its conclusion, remember every moment that brought you here. Every setback taught resilience. Every delay taught patience. Every unexpected turn prepared you for opportunities you could not yet see. Looking back, you realize that the journey itself became the greatest reward. The picture simply reminded you to keep your eyes on the future instead of becoming trapped by the present. No matter where your path leads next, carry this lesson with you. Meaningful change begins long before anyone else notices it. It begins with one decision, followed by another, until an entirely new chapter quietly unfolds. Don't skip. Every ending carries the seed of a new beginning, and your story is still being written. Now the screen slowly fades, but your own journey continues beyond these final words. Let the image of that house remain a symbol of hope whenever life feels uncertain. Let it remind you that every dream starts as a vision, every achievement starts as a single step, and every new chapter begins with the courage to move forward even when the destination cannot yet be seen. This message ends here, but the possibilities ahead of you remain unwritten. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the most powerful picture is not the one that appeared on your screen. It is the future you choose to build, one faithful step at a time.